Hey, good afternoon, good afternoon. Good afternoon. This is Spirit Journey. Good afternoon. Today is January 21, 2023, and the time right now is 2:29 p.m. Oh, yeah, this is the this would be my third video I uploaded today. Um, this would be my second live, and then I did a short one, like a 8 minute clip. Yeah, oops. Let me. Sorry about. Oops. Sorry about that. Let me just move. I don't know how to have. Sorry about that. Sometimes these things pop up. My apology. Yes. Yeah. I'm very nostalgic right now. Boy, very nostalgic. Yeah, I did a short clip today. Boy, I'm being challenged today. I am being challenged. It's like you're living and you're reacting sometimes. I got to keep, you know, we have to get centered and not be so reactive emotionally. I see that's what's happening, and that's one of the videos I was referred to today. So I'll share that too. Well, anyway, with the nostalgia, yeah, I am a fan of 80s and 90s music. And who you see on this screen, see, I never even knew what he looked like. His name, okay, this man, um, he's from the group New Radicals. And this website, I mean, this um, channels from New Radicals Vivo. Okay, and as you see on the bottom, 144 million viewers of this video. It was done 13 years ago. And I'll do a little sneak peek. I hope I don't get in trouble for. Let me make it bigger. It just be for like maybe 2 seconds, just so you know what I'm talking about. Okay, that. Okay, I hope that wasn't too long for the algorithm. But oh man, I love this song. And what's funny about, well, let me give his name. Okay. Uh, okay, his name is Greg Alexander. Let me read to you what it said. Greg Alexander, born Gregory, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, um, May 4th, 1970, is an American musician, singer, songwriter, and producer. He is best known as the frontman of the New Radicals, who had an international hit with You Get What You Give in late 1998. Okay? Yeah, the song came out, it said like in October, late October of that year, 1998. And boy, did it had me, let me just say, yeah, I'd set him up close. Yeah, so he's 7.5 years younger than I am. But boy, that brings me back. You ever hear a song and you haven't heard it for a long time, and then you hear it? Well, I used to listen to the song. See, it brought me back. Let's see here. All these people. Yes, I never saw the video. Yeah, 1998. Again, this came out late 1998. I had um, I had left. Oh, I think I gave wrong information. Not November. Wait a minute. It came out in August. I think I said. Let me see. Yes, I don't want to give wrong information. Let me see when that song came out. Let's see here. Yeah. Let's see. Boom Man. What happened? Let's see. Let me see. When did that come out? Okay, it said mid 1990. Oh. When did it come out? Let's see. Brother, so what is the name? But well, it came out in 1998. Yeah, you could just Google it. But anyways, yeah. I what was I doing in 1998? Yeah, I had graduated from this school. I got into the pastry arts field, and I moved to Hawaii. Yeah, I moved to Hawaii to find work. Yeah, I had gotten blacklisted in New York, couldn't find work in my new field or old field. I was registered to many, many employment agencies, and the doors shut on me. But my school experience was very positive initially, and that eventually went a little sour. But I kept keeping on, and I left New York City and moved to Hawaii to find work. Yeah, I left in 1998, February of 1998, and my assignment. Let's see. Yeah, my assignment. I worked for a oh, what was that company? I'm not going to give the name of the company, but I worked at a resort. So I lived and worked there, and I started working with them. I think February, or applied in February, and then I left in March. Came back for a month because I had to close my apartment down, and then make a permanent move, which was in Florida. And I worked there, and then they sent me briefly to Colorado, and then they brought me back to Florida, and I continued working there until my assignment ended 2 weeks early from this conflict. But during this time, yeah, I listened to music. Yeah, yeah. So I left Florida, went to Hawaii. Yeah, arrived in Hawaii. Mm, sep- Mid-September of 1998. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah, it was mid-September, and then I landed a new job 2 weeks later upon arrival. Yeah, I had to look for a job. I had to look for a place to live. Yeah, I got the housing first. I rented a room at a house. I didn't have pets back then, but I bought one big suitcase and one big box of cooking equipment, like pots and pans, what I could carry. And that was it. What an experience. And so I was doing this job, um, making desserts. I worked in Lahaina, Hawaii, in the island of Maui. And then let's see. So I started a job late September, at the restaurant. And I had to get a car because my logic was I need another job. I had bills galore. And so I needed a second job in addition to the job that I already had. And I was offered a job. Um, I first invested in a bicycle. Couldn't do the bicycle. It was like, how many, brother? It was many, many miles away. I'm not the most sporty person, athletic. The bike situation didn't work. Then I said, okay, I get a moped. The moped lasted, I think, it could have been a week or something like that. It was too much for me. Yeah, me on a moped, but yeah, I bought a yellow moped. It was really cute, brand new. I don't know what brand of moped it was, but me, I mean, if you only, I'm sure some of you might kind of guess my personality. I don't like things that move fast, and I mean, 1 mile an hour is probably too fast for me. I'm that type of person. But yeah, I had gotten the moped to get to my new job. you know, because before I got the job, I was able to walk to work, walk home. You know, it was just a half an hour walk, but then I needed more money, so I landed this other job, you know, and then I tried to get the bike. But I couldn't, I didn't have the energy to use the bike to get to work. Then I invested in a moped. It costed $1,500. And the store owner warned me. He said, I don't think you can do this. Yeah, he knew it. He knew it. Yeah. And I wound up returning it. He says, I'll try to sell it. I'll sell it for you. So it could have been a month or something like that. Um, yeah, that's what happened with that bike. And let's see what else happened. Oh, what was that now? Just see, I lose. I got distracted there. But yeah, what was going on? So, oh yeah, I remember. So I had to return the moped because I couldn't handle the wind in my face, and then it rained on me. Um, and it was dark outside. Something I had to get to work when it was real dark outside, and me travel at night. So I invested in it was a Ford Ranger. Yeah, Ford Ranger. It's a truck, a lightweight truck. And yeah, I was so nervous, people. You think I was nervous behind the moped? I was nervous behind that car. But anyways, I invested in the truck. It was a lease vehicle, actually. It was a lease truck. It was brand new. So this was December 1998. So this guy's song just came out. Yeah, remember this one. Just a sneak peek here of the song. Okay, that one. So it had like a radio in the truck, and I played it, and so this song must have been playing, But I remember it, and I really liked it. I really enjoyed this song. So again, yeah, um, his name is Greg Alexander. Okay, and I never knew what he looked like. I never saw the video, but what the video seems to show. A bunch of young people. Okay, we at this time, this guy is about 28 years old at the time of this video. Yeah, so he's about 28, and I'm about 35, 36, maybe 36 years of age. And I'm feeling young and healthy and all that, and I'm trying to make my life happen. And so yeah, this turns out was his only hit song and only album. And the album's name, let me get the name of that album. Oh, God, what was the name? Oh, they gave the name of the album. Okay, let me see here. What was that? Where did it go? All that information, I thought I had it. Let me see here. Okay. This reads here, the New Radicals are one of the purest example of a one-hit wonder in rock history. You Get What You Give was the first single from their one and only album, 1998's Maybe You've Been Brainwashed Too. Hear that? Maybe You've Been Brainwashed Too. Isn't that ironic? Isn't that ironic that these things have that he gets a hit song, and this song and some other songs were really like I would call it like the anthem of the 90s, 1990s, boy. Oh God, when I think about the 90s, I think of being younger, and having hope. Yeah, I used to work in finance. I worked in many industries, trying to find myself, people, and when in 1998, um, yeah, I had just graduated from cooking school in pastry arts. I left my job in January of 97. I said, screw this job. Yeah, they would. I worked for a very large firm in uh, investment and financing. I don't want to give the name of the company. They've since been bought out by a larger fish. And they were doing politics on the job, and I got scared. Yeah, I was 35, I think. Yeah, I got scared, and I'm a type of person that leaves before things happen. And so the director's secretary probably sensed that I was looking for a job because when you're in finance, you have to when you go on job interviews in Wall Street, you have to wear these business suits when you look for work, right? So yeah, she knew the deal, and she went to harass me. And how she did that, she said, I want you to come to my office. She's the director of the legal department where I work for. A very powerful position, the legal office for a finance company. She says, I want you to come and um, dust my cabinets and to do a detailed inventory on my files. And then I thought about what my father used to tell me back in the day. He said, you got 8 hours in a working day on the job. Do 8 hours and then come home. So I said to myself, because with that, I said, okay, don't resist her. You know, you're there. Okay, 8 hours work is 8 hours work, whether you're doing work for somebody else or doing your job. And that's how I kept my sanity. So I had to go up to her floor. I decide, okay, which one was I going to do first? So I said, I'm not going to dust her furniture right now. You know, I'll do her files. I'll do a little inventory on her files. So I had to get a legal pad and write down the documents that she had. Again, she's the executive secretary, so she should already know what file she has if she was a really good executive administrative assistant slash executive, secretary. But she's phony, and she's just um, mistreating me. Like, how dare you want to leave the company? You know, so I'm going to screw you before you go. I took my time. That happened on a Friday. Yeah, that happened on a Friday, and so I took my time writing the documents in her files. I think this was in the late afternoon. And so when the time came for me to go home for that day, baby, I left at 5 o'clock on the nose. I put everything away and left. And when I came home, I thought about what happened. And earlier that month, this was on January 1997. And I was talking to a family member about some new interests that I was starting to develop. I was thinking about cooking and going into pastry arts. I must have that month or something looked into some schools, whatever. I'm not sure how I did about it back then, because see, back then in 97, I did not have um, I didn't have access to the internet, not like right now, you got access to everything it seems, but then I didn't really. I mean, I had bought a computer, but then I didn't have access to the internet. It's something I wanted to do. I bought the computer. It was a laptop that weighed like a ton. Yeah, it cost a lot of money too back in those days because they had the thing you could put I think a DVD and a floppy drive. Yeah, I think it had both if I remember right. Yeah, I know it did have for the CD. It had a camera, built-in camera. Yeah, it was a really um, considered of the day a top laptop. It was a PC. It was a PC. But anyway, I thought about it, and I don't remember exactly how I gathered information, whatever, because again, I didn't have the same type of access of information like now. But I said to myself, in conclusion of the matter, that I didn't want to stay at that job anymore, and that I was going to leave this job. So I wrote a letter and, typed up. I had a little portable electric typer, a computer typewriter, indicating that I would no longer this is my letter of resignation, and that uh, I decided to be going away for school and blah blah blah. Thank you for this opportunity. I left it positive, and I handed it to who did I hand it to? It must have been human resources. Yeah, see, I don't remember who I handed it to, but I remember I talked to one of the managers who worked right near me on that floor. And I told him that I would be going away to school and everything. And then I left. And it was an empowering moment. So all this happened. I left the job. That was in January '97, and then the end of that same month, I think it could have been January 28th. I started that school, baking school, and who would have ever thought? Yeah, see, I thought it was going to be like I said. I never want to work in an office building again. I did not like the business world, finance, and all that crap. And I thought it would be fun and safe to go into the cooking industry. Well, out of the pot and into the fire. Yeah, I'm being honest. Out of the pot and into the fire. It was, well, I enjoyed school, and I had a good teacher. The school is no more, but the school was in the city in Manhattan, downtown Manhattan, and I met some really interesting people. And yeah, this field was something else, from bad to worse. My decision, yeah, and I was forced to leave New York City the end of '98. Who's it? Hey, see James. The cooking and restaurant business is no joke. Yeah, yeah, it was no joke. I uh, I was treated very badly. Yeah, I while I was in cooking school, majoring in pastry arts, that's with baking and all that. I got a job on the side in the cooking field at some of the top restaurants, hotel restaurants in New York City, and it was the worst thing I ever done. But I really tried, honey. I really tried, and it it really influenced the way that I think about what they call immigration and all that. Um, you know, see, let me explain myself. I was always around so-called immigrants, people from other countries. Always, well, I should say, from really manifested from junior high school on, and especially once I got into college. Um, it seemed like the people in my circle, everybody was from somewhere else. Very few New Yorkers native born New Yorkers I was in contact with. And it just seemed like I was just meeting people from other countries. That's how it was. I wasn't trying to meet people from other places. But if you want to be my friend, you want to be my friend. And so I always felt open with immigration. And I thought they were my friends. But especially once I got into the cooking field, see, many people who go into the cooking field are people from other countries. People in general, at least in America, don't really enter the cooking field. For one, it is a very hard job. It is ball breaking. It's stressful. You work these weird hours, and these hours could change. Um, so the people who do this are people who are just starting out in America, and so this would also add to the um, the reason why this part of my life, meeting people from other countries. But I was learning very fast that you're like the one of the few Americans, or especially the only Black American, Black non-Hispanic American, and I was targeted. Yeah, aren't really speaking out about it. Um, they, it's a hard field, and people don't want to. Some people say, "Oh, a lot of Black people don't want to do this job, certain job, because they just don't want to do it. They don't want us to be in it. They don't want American Blacks to be in these jobs. These cooking jobs, they pay good money if you're legal, because they're union, so you get union benefits. You get dental, optical, medical. You get above minimum wage. You want to get these jobs. Yeah, and they had it in for me. I was real back then. I was very, very quiet, very, very quiet. I was very timid. I wouldn't be doing something like this, what I'm doing now, going on a YouTube channel and talking to people who I don't know. No way. Oops, sorry. So yeah, so when I see this song, um, so I was working in the cooking field from not let's see, that was, yeah, I started the cooking field 4 months after I started school. Yeah, so I started school in January of 97, and I got my first job in April of 97. And my last job was in December of 97. Yeah, it was a bad incident that happened, very bad incident. Um, I was working what you call an externship for for my school to graduate. I worked there for several months. You had to do 19 hours a week minimum. And I loved the place. And who I worked for a gay guy from Canada. Uh, he was a chocolatier. His work was excellent. And at that place, there was a former classmate. I mean, he an alumni from the school that I was going to, and he's also of that persuasion. And this American girl. So yeah, I would do like overtime. I just did what I was told, and things was getting difficult because he was under the owner from Canada. He was on special medication, and the special medication made him act erratic. He was getting hostile, and then he was sleeping in the back of the office. So I was afraid of him, and I was afraid to give him my time card to fill out. So I said, well, I just wait until he's in a good mood, and then hand it to him to sign, so I can hand to my school. So what happened after that? I didn't know I was going to talk about this, but it's all good. Um, well, one day, this was yeah, December. Yeah, this was in December. Um, I had, he had brought in this illegal from a particular country in South America. That's all I'll say. And um, he seemed pleasant. And I was showing him what has to be done with the chocolates. We worked together for 3 days in that room, and the other helper was there. And now it's time to go home. It's nighttime, and we're taking the same train home. And I didn't notice anything peculiar, but then it happens, people. It happened. Let me tell you what happened and how certain things affect the reason why you think a certain way. When we get on the train, he has a meltdown, and he started to get erratic, and he was yelling and saying that he wants me to marry him because his papers, he's afraid that they're gonna um, like send him back to his country, and I gotta marry him. Blah 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 blah. And then I noticed I started to smell alcohol on him or something's. I said, "Oh shoot, this guy he's lost it." And I just said to myself, just stay calm, just stay calm. Don't get him excited anymore. I didn't know what he was going to do to me. And then I left the train. And when I got home, I called up, oh, I think it was in the morning. Yeah, because the job was closed now. So in the morning, I called up the person that I work with, the guy that went to my school, and told him, hey, this is what just happened. Yeah, he had a mental breakdown. He had a mental breakdown. I'm not over exaggerating. He had a mental breakdown. Again, on the job, I worked with him 3 days. He has, we left. It was time for us to leave. It's late at night. And then he just flips on the train. And wow, it was very frightening. Yeah, due to stress. Yeah, he's stressed out. What happened? What, in between, we were working together, then we were going home. He had to take the same train going home that particular day. I was in fear of my life. I called up the guy from the job. You know, um, he was to tell the owner, and then I contacted my school and let the office know what this person did. Well, let me tell you what happened after that. Okay, um, in essence, I was told I was a liar. The owner called. I spoke to the owner on the phone. He says I went and I talked to him, and he doesn't know what the word citizenship mean. Oh, really? I said to myself. And he says you're out of here. So I had left my bag there. So I had to tell my teacher, hey, my time card and my bag is there in his shop. So he has to go tell the guy. And my teacher was most like an alphabet soup person too. They all do each other favors. Let me just tell you, they all do each other's favor, and they help each other out. So yeah, so my teacher intervened, and yes, my teacher yelled at me. Also, here I'm the one that was being verbally attacked. Yeah, when my teacher, now I enjoyed my teacher as a teacher, but when he would get stressed, he would yell at people. And so I believe now that girl in the classroom, and because she had complained about him before, and I'm thinking, wow, I knew he got sarcastic with me in class when he got nervous. he gets sarcastic and uh, pick out someone in the classroom to just harass them, try to mock them, and he had done it to me. Um, but yeah, so he did arrange for me to come in to pick up my time cards and my book. Yeah, it was a lot of hours that I did. See, I was afraid of the guy because he was on this special medication, and it makes him erratic. So you know what he did? When I went to, I knocked on the door and to get my things, well, he took my bag and he threw it at me and hit my arm. He hurt me. Oh yes, he did. Yeah. So here, um, working overtime. And again, this was a an externship. So it's like an internship, but they call it an externship. It's part of your schooling to graduate. It's mandatory to go, to for your assignments. And so here you have uh, a company, small company, who is hiring people who don't have the necessary documents to work, and why he just didn't hire. I mean, why he didn't just ask for another student for the class, that the company, like myself. You have to pay these people. He could have just got another person from the school. But anyway, he would rather hire an illegal, and then that illegal affect me. I was let go, not that illegal. And this is what happened to me. Yeah. And other things happened. It was a very bizarre year. So that was the end of 98 when this guy's song that you see here, that song, yeah, you get what you give. Isn't that something ironic? That name of that song, you get what you give. You start asking yourself, what did I do to get that person to do that to me? And then my telling my teacher and the job what this guy did. They don't want to believe it. Again, this was a gay, the owner was a gay fellow. He gets a guy, a legal guy. I'm a female and a black female at that. See, they don't want to believe women. Sometimes women tell the truth, people. Sometimes women are harassed, and men could be harassed too. It could be either gender. But to be honest about something, to give a company your best, I didn't get paid for that job. It was part of my externship. So that was December of 97. Yeah, December 97. And so then in 98, um, I had to try to find a job now. And there are other things that happened too. It was a really bad time. So yes, I had gotten blacklisted in New York City. And so I was forced to go to yeah, that's messed up. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, it's what happened. Yeah, I got blacklisted. And I was forced to leave the state of New York. And I thought my option was to go to Hawaii. Yeah, Hawaii, they got a lot of hotel restaurants, things like that. And so I took a chance and I bought a one-way ticket, uh, landed a job quickly, relatively quick, but it took a lot of focus. I had to find a home to live in. I didn't know anybody. Um, yeah, so I rented a room in a plantation house, and right in the center of town in Lahaina, in the island of Maui, Hawaii. and then I found a job at a restaurant, and that lasted. Yeah, so I landed that job. Um, oh, what was that now? Oh, that was in October. Yeah, no, September of '98, and that was around the time when that song came out. Yeah, and I had to get to that second. Yeah, so I had gotten my initial job, but I needed an additional job to pay, to pay my bills. And that's when this song came out. Yeah, so I had to get as I mentioned earlier, first I got a bicycle, then I got a moped, and then I had to get a car, a vehicle. I got a Ford Ranger to get to my job. And 2 weeks after I got the car, I get fired. Oh, God. Yeah, I can laugh at it now. Yeah, it was bad to worse, people. I begged the director of the hotel. I pleaded. I said, please, please don't fire me. I said, I just purchased this vehicle to get to this job. I need my job. I need a job to pay my bills. And he looked at me like a piece of poo poo. I kid you not. Yeah, he was a guy from Japan. And yeah, Hawaii is not a nice place for Black Americans. Yep, they might like rap music, they might like reggae, but they don't like black people in general. So yeah, it was a horrible time. But so now I have this vehicle, and I had to find. Yeah, so yeah, I eventually found another little job, and to try to pay bills. Yeah, so the car had a radio in it, and they I played this song. I love it. Let me turn it on again. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I love this song. Yeah, yeah, it's a weird song. I mean, it's a nice song, but it's a weird video. See, yeah, back then I did not have, it's not like now. I didn't have a monitor, the internet, and all that stuff. Most of these videos from the 90s, I didn't have anything. So this is the first time, today's the first time I'm ever seeing what the video was. I didn't even know they had a video. We hear it on the radio. Back then was the radio. Hey, so you guys ever heard of this song, Video Killed the Radio Star? Well, that's a song. That song came in the 1980s. And I didn't know what the hell they were talking about. But yes, video, music videos like this, was to replace radio. Radio's only audio. But see now, yeah, you heard that song. Yeah. Yeah. Video killed the radio star. Yeah. That one. And I didn't know what they were talking about. Yeah, I didn't have a clue. But what's going on, people, is that see they want to get our senses. I didn't know I was going to talk about this. See, the people that's in the system, they're giving clues about what's going on. And so the radio is only one dimension, audio. The radio is only audio, I meant to say. But when you go video, you go in visual, audio, right? Well, now with what do you call that thing? Those things with the goggles, what do you call it, RV? You know those goggles, and you get completely submerged. You know what I'm talking about? Oh God, what do you call it? Rem- Um, VR, virtual reality games, yeah, VR, virtual reality games. That's that's like the trinity. So you get audio, visual, and physical stimuli in that because you have the thing connecting to your body. They want to absorb us into the cyber world. So it's interesting. God, I didn't know I was going to talk about this, people. So it's interesting. The guy's video, what do you call it? The name of his album is Maybe You've Been Brainwashed Too. You see that? That's the name of the album that came out in '98. It was his only album. It'll be interesting to know what happened to him. Yeah, let me see what he's doing. Let me click on it. Let me see. I'm just curious. Okay, yeah. Let me see what he got here. He later co-wrote songs for the film Begin Again, including Lost Stars, which was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Original Song. Interesting. Let's see. Early life and career. Let's see. New Radicals. Post New Radicals. Let me see what this says at the end here. Okay, on January 2021, Alexander performed You Get What You Give in honor of United States President, Joe Biden's inauguration. Oh, wow. Wow, you see that? Oh, wow. That is interesting. Wow, he sang, wow. Well, I'm surprised he would be singing on You Get What You Give. What is that supposed to mean? I guess maybe you get what you give, meaning what we give to him. This is really something. That's a clue. Don't you think that's a clue, people? Do you think that's a clue to what the number 46 is all about? You get what you give. So, now I love the song, but what does that has to do with us? and number 46. Very interesting. Let me see anything else about him. Oh, brother. Yeah, okay, had something in 2010. Okay, so he's writing other little things. Wow. Okay, that's it. Okay. Okay. So let's see what else here. So that's his video. Well, I was introduced to why this brought up was this video here. Okay. These guys. I've never seen them before. It's on Rumble. Yeah, I'm new to Rumble. I don't have an account with Rumble. But I was just how did I find it? Oh, so I think someone could have sent me a link. And then when I clicked on it, and then, on the side here, see on the side, on the bottom right, there was some videos. So I just clicked on one, and on that, it was this one. Oh, okay, James said, I've seen their show before. Yeah, I'm new. I just clicked on it because of this title here. It says Celebrity Madness. And coincidentally, nothing is a coincidence, but coincidentally today, because I have people who send me stuff, and something about Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah, Jamie Lee. Do you guys know who Jamie Lee Curtis is? Well, they made mention. Wait, I mean, people. This is getting really bizarre. Now, I like Jamie Lee Curtis. She is an actress. She might be a little older than me. Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis. She was, popular actress. Yeah, very, very popular actress. She's a little older than me. She played in like spooky films and things like that. But she's a great actress. Never had any problem with her. Well, uh, a new scandal, and these guys, they go by the name. Yeah, she was 1980s actress. I think 70s and 80s. Yeah, these guys are Edge of Wonder. They have 38.3 thousand followers. Okay, and they're interesting. And again, what I was curious about Jamie Lee Curtis because I was watching something today. Excuse me, this controversy about her. Um, she she did a she put up a post. Um, it doesn't make any sense, but she took a picture of her like a living room or something. Had like a table, like a dining table with chairs or something. It was a round one, I think. And then there was a photo on the wall that was in a frame, and someone commented on it, uh, and said, "Oh, the picture looks like something from Podesta, or something that Podesta will have, something like that with the name Podesta." And Podesta is that guy who, kind of bizarre. Um, he's in government, and that was part of the scandal with what they call um, Pizzagate. Remember that a couple of years ago with Pizzagate and something with him involved, and allegedly certain things were going on. And he had this weird artwork of a statue of Jeffrey Dahmer, um, one of the corpses from that Jeffrey Dahmer's had. Um, and so an artist made a rendition of this dead man, the sculpture of this dead man pose. It was really sickening. And he had it, this guy, Podesta. And so, yeah, and so that sparked a lot of things going on, and all these people, celebrities, government people, being allegedly involved with certain kinky stuff. Well, so that's what was said about Jamie Lee Curtis photo on the wall. It is disturbing. The photo that Jamie Lee Curtis had on her wall was of a young female stuffed in some container. And she says, "Oh, well, someone gifted me that photo." They said, "Oh, well, the mother took the picture," making it seem like it's okay because the mother took the picture of it. Well, who's the mother? What's the mother's name? Or something like that. Some mother allegedly took the photo, and then uh, it could have been the same person gifted. She used the term gifted her that photo 20 years ago. Well, whether it's 20 years ago or yesterday, you have it on your wall, nicely framed, and you took a photo of your room showcasing it. It's really sickening, in my opinion. And I didn't know, I mean, like, sometimes people might give sorry, someone might give someone, they know that certain things piss them off, or maybe it's a side joke, and they might give somebody something, but it's like an inside joke is to make you laugh, it's like elbowing you. But also people give you things that you think that they would like, you know what I mean? Sometimes people test you. Sometimes people say things to you or want to show you something to see how you will react, to see how you would react. And if you react in a, "oh, that's cool" type of thing, though that's okay, then they want to show you more and more. Be careful, people who show you nasty stuff or let you hear something nasty. They could be testing you, they could be setting you up, you know. Just stay away from them. You just say, I don't want it. Please don't say, don't even let them test you out, Someone says something, show you something, just say, I'm not into that. And you just be very brief, you know, but you keep a mental note. You could be being tested. You could be being set up. You don't need that. So, well, in this nostalgia live stream that I'm doing now, well, these guys again, I never heard of them, because I don't have Rumble. But they shared something in this. Like, yeah, these are the guys that talked about the singer. What do you call it? This guy from the group New Radicals. So yeah, so he made mention. It was a guy on the right that made mention. He said, "You know what song I can't stand?" And he gave the name of the song. I said, "Boy, I know that name from somewhere." So I clicked on one of the tabs here and I typed in the name, of the song that he mentioned, and then I see that it's the song that I knew from way back in the day in 1998. Yeah, the song came out late 1998 after I had yeah, I got blacklisted and I had to look for work, and so I was forced to leave New York City and go to Hawaii. And I was forced to get a car so I could get to my job. And then 2 weeks after getting that car, I get fired. And I got fired from both jobs a couple of days apart, yeah, in the cooking field. Right after the holidays in January, first week of January, they cut back, and that's what happened to me. I begged them for my job. I did. I did. So that's why this song is really exciting for me, because this song just came out. It came out late that year, 1998, and now I have a new vehicle that I couldn't afford, and it played on the radio, and I loved it, and I still like it. So anyway, these guys, they share a video here. I think I want to. Oops. Uh oh. Uh oh. Let me see. I have to. Sorry about that. Yeah, they mentioned something at the end. Hope I can find it. Oops, not on it. Hope I can find it. It's really interesting what they say. Hope I can find it. No, it's not. That's weird. Oh God, how come I can find it? Yeah, they made mention of a video. Let me just see something. Yeah, it's a man that speaks in it. Let me see if it says right.
Experience that without free thought, there's no free will. Love is the greatest healer. It was my.
Oh, that's not that. No, not that. Where did it go? Yeah, they talk about Balenciago. Not it. Where? I hope I can find it, people. But I thought it was very important. That's why I wanted to do this video. Let me see. Maybe see it after this.
People eat.
No, that's not right. It's a man. I hope I. Oh, this guy. Okay, this guy right here. Okay, let me put it back a little bit. I thought it was so profound. Okay, I'll just start from here.
But yeah, it's just kind of weird, for sure. So, moral of the story: just try to be good.
Speaking of trying to be good, I have one more.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Old wisdom video. Wisdom of yore.
Okay, here it goes.
And we're going to show that right now before we head over to rise.tv. Also, I want to mention to everyone that the first episode of Metaphysical is dropping tonight at 9 p.m. For everybody who's on rise.tv, you get these episodes 2 weeks in advance before they go public. So you guys are treated extra specially. where all basically all it is, pretty rad, is it's just like conversations
I'm
that
sorry.
John and I have.
It's
They're
almost
just
done.
public, so you guys can hear them, because we talk about all kinds of weird stuff, and John reveals a lot of like different viewpoints.
Proctor, but I'm not. Bob and Proctor are 2 words.
Right.
But yeah, it's just kind of weird, for sure. So, moral of the story:
Oops, that it.
just try to be good.
Wait, wait, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get in the
So you guys
beginning.
were treated extra specially. So you guys were treated extra, you know, YouTube, Rumble channels for all of that stuff too. And
It's
we do
almost-
that
I'm sorry, I was
podcast,
trying to
of course,
move
so
forward.
If you guys like it, let us know what you think in the comments. And I think Lindsay has got this video
Okay,
ready to go. So let's
Here it
check this
goes.
out, and then we're going to head over to rise.tv.
They'll give you their name. They'll say, I'm Bob Proctor, but I'm not. Bob and Proctor are 2 words. My parents give them to me. They're called names, but it's not me. It's my name. Then somebody will say, well, this is me, but this isn't me either. It's my body. Like, you never phone down here to the studio and say, body won't be in today. It's sick. We don't say am hand or am leg. It's my hand, my leg, my body, my name. Who am I? We live simultaneously on 3 planes of understanding. We're spiritual creatures, we have an intellect, and we live in physical bodies. But because we lack awareness or understanding of who we are, we're totally locked into a physical world, and we let things outside of us control us. 95% of the population are reacting to life. They're not really living at all. The person will start to study that and look at the answer. If you ask the average person,
Wow, that's pretty great.
wow. You hear that? That's what I wanted to share with you, and that's why I did this live stream. From that last statement there, the part where it says, you know, that we have 3 aspects to our lives. We're body, intellect, and what's the other thing? And living in this physical world. And that 95% of us are just reacting from our environment. And I thought, oh my God, that is a powerful statement. 95% of us, we just are reactive. How many things that happen in my life? Have you ever gotten reactive about something? Or you got upset with something, like the things I was talking about today, the things that got me upset? You know, sometimes we can become very reactive of things, and it's not in our best interest, some of the things. So who are we? Who are we? Here I'm looking at a video, a song reminiscent from my younger days. You know, you get what you give. Isn't that all kind of all tie in? That if you do something, what you do, they say it's going to come back. It's a system. This is a system that is a reactive system that responds to your thoughts. It responds to your actions. I thought that was a powerful thing. And I'm just really tying it all in with this video, this guy singing. Right? A universal law, yeah. And the guy, he's no longer. I mean, he's really not in the media. He did one record album, 1 hit song, and it's ironic. You get what you give. And then this song being used for the 46 administration, our current administration. Aren't they saying something? You get what you give. What are they saying about us? Do you think maybe the what do you call it? The C-19? Do you think maybe they're giving us what we gave them? Is that what they're saying? Isn't that something, people? It kind of just shook me. He says we are composed of 3 parts. This man is saying we're composed of 3 elements. You're saying how? How what? Like, I mean, if we're body, intellect, and we're in this physical world, it's like we're in this what you call matrix. We're in a it's like a mirror, and they're putting a mirror in front of us. And sometimes we look at the mirror, we yell at the mirror. Some people might even hit the mirror. But it's only us. I don't know. Okay, James is saying, how did we give them this COVID any? I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I mean, I'm just speaking out loud. I mean, are they saying this is what they think of us? We get what we give. And why would number 46 say, want that song? Well, you see what he's getting now. Look at that. I heard something about, what's that now? What's his name? There was something else about the current administration. His brother, number 46 has a brother and a son. And things are getting tighter. Things are getting tighter now. More information is out regarding them. And not the Secretary of State, the person that speaks on his behalf, I think she's from Haiti originally, the black woman who speaks on his behalf at these meetings. And people are asking, something about these files were in number 46's garage, sensitive, confidential files, and he doesn't know how he got there. See that people, they get what they give. Our current administration is going to get what they're giving us. They're trying to set us up. And it looks like they're going to get his. It's really, it's just getting bad. It's really getting bad. I never experienced anything like this before. All these things happening at once. It's very, very problematic. Hey, anybody? This also is just going to my mind now. Has anyone heard of Andrew Tate? Yeah, I did a video about him. Earlier today, I talked about him. Yeah, this morning. Yeah, I did a live this morning about Andrew Tate. Yeah, this is going to be interesting with Andrew Tate. Yes. James, have you ever heard of him before December? I've never heard of the man until maybe 2 weeks ago. But interesting, I saw it today. Again, I don't condone if he did what he's, the video, what do you call it? Videotaping, having women do suggestions or whatever on camera. But I'm interested at why he's becoming so talked about. That's what I'm curious about. And today's video I did early this morning, I feel I discovered what happened, why he's put out there. Well, as I mentioned earlier this morning, there's another woman. She's a young woman. She just turned 20. Her mother is an opera singer and father is an actor. She's from Sweden. Yeah. Exactly, James. Exactly. It's weird. And I feel there's something about it. Again, I don't agree if that's what he had done to women. But I'm just about the whole hype about him and his behavior. And I feel it's a distracting. But there's a woman, there was a altercation between him and this young woman by the name of Greta Thunberg. Greta Thunberg is a woman from Sweden. Again, she just turned 20 in December. Interesting. All three of us, my birthday's in early December, his is in early December, and oh, that girl, my mistake. Her birthday's in January, my mistake. Her birth is in early January, just passed. Okay, yeah, but she talks about what do you call not what do you call it climate change. I think that's what you call it, climate change. She came out of nowhere is with yeah, she came out of nowhere. Yeah, she did a speech, I think was actually 3 years ago. So she was 17 at the time, or 16 going on 17, around that age. So she's a minor, and she looked very, very young, even younger than she really was, in my opinion. And somehow she's able to talk to an audience of people in government and all that. And she used to tell shame on you. And here she's a child talking to adults like that. But this is what happened. And for whatever reason, because that conversation came out, that particular video came out some time ago. But maybe she spoke more than once, and maybe she spoke recently as well. I don't know. But either way, Andrew Tate was mocking the whole concept of climate change and that about the carbon print, because Tate owns more than one vehicle, and they're powerful vehicles that require a lot of gasoline. That they eat up a lot of gas. So he sarcastically would say, "Hey, I'll give you." He tweeted that girl and said, "Hey, I'll give you. I have a such and such, such and such, such and such car, and if you give me your email, I'll give you an inventory of all the cars I have." So she retorts something very, really cutting. It was. And in essence, she was mocking his masculinity in the tweet. And he got angry. He tweeted back. But that last, he did a video in response to the girl. And he decides to wear a red robe, a big cigar, and these pizzas, two boxes of pizza. I don't understand that, but it was obviously, he was trying to look macho. But after that was done, that's when he got arrested. That is when Andrew Tate got arrested. Because in today's video that I did this morning, early this morning, what happened? Why is his name being thrown out there all of a sudden? And I think that's the answer. When he challenged the young girl, it seems to me that the young girl is being used as like the symbol or the face of climate change and to, save the planet, all that stuff, and about carbon credits and all that. He threatened that movement by challenging her. And so that's when the authorities arrested him. Yeah. And you saw his the hand gesture that Andrew Tate does when he was getting arrested. He does that pyramid thing with the hand. Well, I just saw on not too long ago. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, let's see. No, it's not there. Not there. Okay. Yeah, I watched different videos. Yeah, they're banning, the schools are banning people from using those hand gestures. What Tate did with the pyramid. Could you believe that? For a school to ban, why? It's not young kids who are doing those. You know what that thing with the newer order thing, like the pyramid. Yeah, the schools are banning that. I said it's like they're putting more attention than it really is. Why would a school now tell students you can't? Who is? I don't know what kids are doing that. Yeah, yeah, James. Why would a school? Let me see if yeah, cause I think let me just see here, cause I took. No, that's not it. Where is that? Yeah, sometimes I watch more than one video. Let's see. Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay, I have videos here. Yeah, Andrew Tate banned from schools after going. Let's see. Head teacher speaks on Andrew. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. Head teacher speaks on Andrew Tate banned in school. And you know what else? I heard, yeah, watch this guy too. He's very good. Yeah, I watched like I queue different videos for the day, what I want to watch, as you see on the side. And I see that, I don't know when he did it, but for, Andrew Tate is now a Muslim. You hear that? Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I this is interesting. First, he claims he when he was younger, he said he used to be an atheist, but now he said he became Muslim. Does anybody else know when he turned Muslim? Did he convert when he got into jail? Because I think it was in November. The video was in November that he uh, converted. But I know he. It's like I think he was put in jail, then released, and then I think put back. But something happened. It was getting confusing. Does anyone know? So this is what's going in my mind. Again, I just learned this about the hand gesture of the newer, that triangle thing being banned in the schools. Okay, you can go on YouTube or whatever social media and type in, about the hand signal that Andrew Tate uses is banned in schools, so you can find out more about it. I'm going to look it up too. Yeah, as you see, I sorry, my battery's getting low. It just did a glitch. Yeah. So yeah, so you can look it up for yourself about that. Probably so because I have. Okay, James is saying probably so because I have never heard him say anything about being a Muslim. Okay, yeah. I saw the video with him saying himself that he became a Muslim. But what just dawned on me? Oh, yeah. There was a video of him being taken out of what do you call it, the police truck, and going into I guess court or something like that. And he's with other people. Well, in his hand, he had the Quran. I don't know any place when you come out of the prison or you're in the holding pen and you're waiting to go to court for something, like a pre-hearing, whether you can bring your Bible with you. I don't know. I've never seen that, but he had it turns out it was the Quran. So it just hit again. I just learning about this just before I did this live stream, but it just dawned on me. Now, they were chanting his name. They were chanting for him a couple of days ago in Romania. I think it was Romania. People just cheering him on when he got arrested. They were on the street. I mean, looked like thousands of people. It wasn't just one or two. It was maybe in the thousand in the middle of the street, chanting for him, for his release. To give him support. But what if he converted to Islam and then he publicly carries the Bible while he's being, when he's arrested and being brought to, I guess, maybe a pretrial or whatever, what he's being brought there for. And what if he said something to spark division between Islam and non-Islam? You know what I'm getting at, people? What if that's why he took the Bible, I mean, the Quran out like that, and going to maybe try to, I don't know. I mean, people, what does this mean? He's getting more and more popular, and people, oh, you can't even do a hand gesture like the newer order hand gesture in school. I don't know what student was doing it anyway, but now him carrying the Quran. What if he tries to do, try to spark a religious type of war? You know what I'm getting at? Or strife between, making it a religious thing since now he is Islam, or is he converting because at least in American prisons, a lot of the blacks are Muslim or convert to Islam, I should say. Even Malcolm X, he converted to Islam when he was in prison. But again, he's in a European prison. He's in Romania. He's in well, he's not prison. He's in jail. He has to go to trial. So it's like, so he's in jail until his trial, and we'll see what happens. But he's carrying the Quran. This is very interesting. Yeah, I never experienced anything like that, and I mean, he got something up his sleeve, and yeah, study these people's backgrounds. When you see someone that comes out of nowhere, check their heritage. Check to find out where the person's parents are from, what type of occupations they do. I mean, it could be a clue into who or what they are about. Yeah. So yeah, my batteries are going to run low. But yeah, I just wanted to share this information. It was a very nostalgic day with the video. You get what you give. Yeah, some of us do get what we give out. So I guess this is a reminder for us to, you know, to give out things that are, you know, full of blessings and, love. Okay. So thank you again, people, for listening. And yes, please feel free to comment below. Yeah, no bad language though. Well, you can express yourself. And I did do 2 other videos today that you might want to watch. One was a live stream that I did early this morning, and the one was a really short video about a YouTuber that was a YouTuber that I watch, who a black woman that does travel stuff, and she had 2 guest speakers that she knows, and it turns out, that it seemed to be an agenda that they're going to hold at least one of the ladies is going to hold what they call a woman's retreat, but that call them bi something, not bisexual, but a bi, oh God, I forget the name. But it really means those people that, really men passing as women. And that's going to be, they're going to be allowed in a women's retreat. And I let them have it. Yeah, I was watching the live stream, and then one of the speakers, well, that's what I did today. It's like an 8-minute video. You may wish to watch that. Yeah, it seems like a lot of even these black YouTubers are fronting certain things to deceive the black community about who or what they really represent. And it's just, it's just tricking us. And it seems like if you're not part of the alphabet soup community, even within the black community, you're not going to go anywhere. And I don't like that. I don't like trickery. Women have women's retreat, men have men's retreat. Nothing wrong with that, but it's infiltrated. These groups are being infiltrated, and I don't like that. Yeah. So let me go. Yeah. I enjoyed this live stream, and I hope you did too. Peace, love, and joy, people. Until next time. Bye bye.